I'm Shea Lyn.
Hi, my name. I am Shealyn, lover of all things pizza and scary movies. Talking to my good friend Shay over in Iowa.
We don't
I'm in
have to say
Brooklyn.
that, but it's cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna say what's your address? 1498. No, I'm just kidding.
Like, do we need to say I'm in Iowa? I mean, really?
No, because you can't tell from your background because it's neutral. So I know we all, we talk about scary movies and all that, but what was the first movie that sticks out in your head, scared you, genuinely scared you?
Oh, I don't even know. But the first movie I saw ever, I was like 5, and my mom or somebody was in the living room watching Amityville Horror, the original, and I was in the hallway hiding and watching it from the hallway because I'm creepy like that. I'm not allowed to go watch a scary movie, but I totally did from the hallway. So that was, and it's still near and dear to my heart. It's still one of my favorites. Is
you watched the whole movie from the hallway, or was it
it's
nobody noticed?
It's the 80s. No one 70s. Noticed.
Oh, the 80s.
I
thought it came out in the 70s.
It did, but it was on TV.
So gotcha. Okay, so 5 years after.
Years later, because back in the day, if a movie came out in the theater, you had to wait 2 years before it came out on TV.
I love explaining that to people, what a big deal it used to be that it would come out. I mean, everything kind of went out the window with COVID, stuff just was automatically available.
Watch everything.
I'm like, it used to be a big deal when it was released on DVD or on TV, and now it's instant.
Now it's right there.
Yeah,
watch everything.
Not the same though. I like theaters. Yeah. I like going to the movies.
So have you seen Amityville, the original, and then the reboot?
Yeah, actually, I had seen the reboot, kind of parts of it since it came out. I think. Who is it? Brolin? It's the older Brolin. It's Josh Brolin's dad. What's his name? I'm sorry. It's in the main. Brolin. What's his name?
I think so. Let me look it up here real quick.
Brolin
cast.
I mean, he was supposed to be a stud in there, right? With those luscious
You know
locks.
what? He looked like my dad. Yeah, James Brolin.
Well, he was your dad's stud.
He reminded me of my dad. For sure.
He was very dad-like. Yeah, he was
with the mustache and the hair. That was my dad. That's what my dad looked.
No, for sure. And I like the both movies. It's a stepdad situation. It's not, they're biological children. So he's coming in with that different energy and still trying to protect and prove himself. And I don't know. I thought, because I hadn't seen the original one, I thought that was going to be more on the actual story. I didn't realize it was, because the plot of the films are basically this house has evil spirits because it's on the portal of hell, right?
Something like that. It's something like that. But yeah, the devil is there, and
based on a true story, which if anybody knows what that means, it means one tiny thing is true, and then you can claim something is based on a true story. I always fight with people and they're like, yeah, but it's based on it. I'm like, literally, if they just use the name of the person, you can say it's based on a true story. That's the rule, And I thought this one was going to go into, I thought the original maybe told the story of the murders that happened. Because am I crazy, or that's
there's a little bit. Story. So there's so it starts off with the DeFeo family, which is, this is real. It really happened. So the oldest son killed his family with a shotgun. He went through each house and shot them. And then he claimed that he heard voices and the devil made him do it. The devil told him to kill people or his family. He went to jail or whatever. And then years later, the Lutzes purchased this home. They know what's happened in it. Yeah. But they're like, well, houses don't hold memories. So
and they do mention that, now that I think of it, in even the reboot, they flash that, the opening credits, if I'm wrong, tell the story of that. Because
the DeFeos, yes.
When I mentioned this movie to someone recently, they're like, oh yeah, but they proved that was all baloney, that the spirit, and I'm like, well, how can you prove that?
Right.
Whatever.
But the Lutzes moved into this house. Weird shit started happening. And what it gets... Weird shit's happening, but it's all in the first one. It's in the original. It's all psychological, little things, the the priest goes in to bless the house, and he's attacked by flies, and then he just like starts sweating, and he's like, there's an evil entity in this house, you need to move or something, and then he dies later because you try to warn people and then the devil kills you or whatever.
That's what happens.
Just what happens.
Didn't you go to Catholic school? What happens?
That's what happens. And then later on, you know, other weird shit. Nothing really, really, really crazy. Like nothing really crazy other than like the dad, the Lutz, the I forgot his first name, but he starts getting more temperamental and more angry and more almost possessed type of thing.
I think he was just being a dickhead.
Well, you know, but we look at that and go, yeah, he's just being an asshole. But
yeah, he's just being.
It was supposed to be that he was being possessed, and like little by little, his personality would change. He'd get more irate, more irritable, faster, and whatever. Yeah. And then at some point in the middle of the night, weird shit happened, blood coming from the wall. So they were like, "We're leaving and not coming back."
Always at 3:15 a.m. I'll never look at that time the same.
It's like that in every.
They kept showing it so much. Oh yeah. I did like when I watched the original, that one of the priests, he's the mayor from Jaws. Did you notice that? Of course I knew that. I love Jaws. But
yeah, they're like, actors. They're in other things.
No, I know, but I was like, why do I know? No, it's the mayor, because the mayor in Jaws is such a terrible person. Mm-hmm. Butthead. But anyway, I feel like the original had a lot more religious aspect to it. Like maybe it was a sign of the times, and people would actually still get their houses blessed and stuff.
Yes, I think that was
happening in 2005.
But and I have the Ryan Reynolds one, which is really just I like to watch because he's buff and topless in the whole damn thing. Like just give him an axe and put him outside with no shirt on. Just like that was the whole premise of the movie.
Yeah,
make him grow a beard
and the butthole. I'll let it go.
Right. I just want to stare at him. I had a massive crush on Ryan Reynolds, so whatever.
I mean, I never had like a crush on him, but I will stare at him if he's ever around. You know, like anytime. It's just like
he's on TV. I'm just gonna stare.
Yeah, like I don't know.
You're
a lot of people vary, but he's also like a really good looking dude.
He's very beautiful.
There's like no denying that.
No,
and
he
works
is a
really
beautiful
hard to
man.
Look that way, you know.
We might as well admire it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like that with Michael B. Jordan too. It's like stare.
Yes. Oh my God, I've watched that commercial a million times. That Alexa commercial. It's like my favorite commercial. I'm just like, I just want to watch it.
That's me. Literally my house, and Nina's like, or a funny story that happened. I was watching the Childish Gambino video, the This Is America, and he's shirtless.
Right.
And Nino happened to notice that I might have watched it like 4 times in a row, and he's like, "Why are you still watching it?" I'm like, I was so busted. I was just like, "Never mind, you can change it." But in my mind, I was like, I don't know, something
really like this.
Yeah, but it's weird with him because he has like a little dad bod in that. Like he's not ripped like Michael. You know, he looks like Leonardo DiCaprio. Like he's never ripped either, but something made me just want to stare at it. Anyway, so with the Ryan Reynolds, I'm trying to think of anything that stuck out of my head. So much of it paralleled the original movie.
It did, only it was like longer and more drawn out.
Yeah, maybe that's why I was like, okay, I get it. Because someone had warned me about that with the first one, and I didn't think that was drawn out. Like watching it, I didn't think that was slow.
No. And I think it's our generation. We grew up with those movies. So people that are younger and grew up with like, you know, everything has to happen within the first 15 minutes of the movie, or it has to be action packed and go, go, go. And you get things where it's like, no, it's a psychological thriller where they're talking about it and they're building the suspense, and nothing actually, other than blood coming from the walls, nothing actually happened. Happens. Like there's no real monster. There's no real whatever. I mean, granted, when you go through the other Amityville, like up to however many parts there are, there's like multiple.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know there were, because I've been there. I go there like weekly.
Yeah, so there's part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5.
Yeah,
like we go on and on and on.
What? Okay, so it's not far from Brooklyn where I live. It's probably a drive-wise like, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes. And we have a friend there who has a pizzeria. and a steakhouse there, so we're there quite often. And he used to live like within, I would say, a 5-block vicinity of this house. And so I wanted to drive by it, and he's like, no, don't do that. Like, shaming me. And I was like, now I'm going to do it even more. And I thought I could be sneaky and go like take a photo. No, the new owner like totally walked out and he's like, hey, because I think they're used to it, but right. I just like punched it. And then I think it's a dead end. So I had to turn around like an idiot.
Why did you just wave back? You creepy.
Because I was trying to be discreet. And
you know, right? You're not discreet.
I was in a dark car. Maybe it's like I should have worn a hat and have a mask. This was pre-COVID. No, I think, and this is why my friend was even more angry because not angry, but because I was in his car. So I was like, I think I was like, he thinks it's me, coming by and showing people off this house. But you have to know if you buy that house that like people are gonna do that. In the new one, I did notice in the reboot when they go to the boathouse, the little girl has a red balloon, and it made me think of it.
Of course it did.
Did you notice that? Well, no,
every red balloon makes you think of it.
I mean, kind of.
But I do love a good paranormal type of scary haunted house movie, and Amityville is my favorite. But
would you sleep there?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I would probably like start off sleeping there, and then the minute I heard something weird, which could be like the AC coming on or something, it'd be like, I'd be like, oh, I'm out. Done. Get out of Dodge.
I think you would like imagine hearing things,
I would.
Anything could sound scary.
So then let me ask you, which is your favorite, the original Amityville or the reboot with Ryan Reynolds?
I'm gonna choose. This is hard. Okay, excluding Ryan Reynolds topless, I'm gonna choose the original because I don't know, it had almost that TV movie feel that I like again, and something about it, like I was curious. And honestly, I kept watching because I thought something was gonna happen, like a murder. You were saying
it happens in the first 15 minutes, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't like I thought he would. Yeah, I thought he was gonna like. I mean, they did like the dream sequence murders and stuff like that, but I thought something was genuinely gonna happen. And then, I found it overall more enjoyable than Ryan Reynolds. But I'll watch him do anything. How about you?
That's true. I'm gonna go with the original because I'm partial to originals, and it was more nostalgic for me. Okay, so until next time, I'm Shea.
And I'm Shealyn.
Join us on, I don't
know. Shea Scare Lounge.
Follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and then on YouTube, subscribe and hit the little bell so that way you can get notifications.
Yay!
Okay, well.
Till next time.
Okay, and we watch another movie. I'm trying to. Shut up. Quit talking.